You ever wake up and feel like you've forgotten how to do something? Like you didn't do your homework? Well, it's probably been about 5 years since I've been to Sonoma Raceway. Good thing it was an Audi I was in last time. I wonder how that first turn goes again? If you're an Audi fan, you know all about the RS5. We've been waiting for it since last year, and when it finally shows up in the fall, it's going to be priced from about $70,000. Now, it may look like an S5, but it really only shares the hood, the doors, and the roof with that coupe. You might notice the big 19-inch wheels first, but what really matters is the 4.2-liter V8 engine under hood, the only one you can get in an S or an RS5 anymore. It's good for 450 horsepower and 317 pound-feet of torque, and that helps the RS5 to 60 miles an hour in 4.5 seconds, Audi says. It's teamed to a quattro system with a rear bias and a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission for great performance. The RS5 also gets LED headlights, RS5 badging, and oval exhaust outlets, so you know exactly what's pulling away from you. You can swap out the 8-piston brakes for carbon ceramic units, and inside, Audi's MMI and navigation are optional. Enough about what it is, though. You can read that on the site. What's it like to drive? A lot of tracks say that they're technical. Sonoma really deserves that. It's got a lot of blind crests and curves that force you to know a little bit more about the track before you're really ready to press a car. With the RS5 set in dynamic, so its drive select system has really quick reflexes and a really firm suspension setting, you can let the tail drift out a little bit. Quattro's rear bias lets it have just a little bit of wheel spin before it gathers itself up, and it feels especially reassuring, like on these downhill turns where you're almost certain you're going to slide off into the apron. Big deep brakes let you scrub off a lot of speed before making the weight transfer to get through the next corner. And for a car that doesn't try to omit any weight to make itself more track ready like a club sport, the RS5 is really entertaining in a way that a lot of weekend enthusiasts are going to enjoy for their $70,000. Here's a better perspective. This time we're going to let the engine do most of the talking.
Push the brakes there, let the car settle in. Should have been back on the throttle earlier. Letting it drift over. Touch these cones, look uphill. Gotta be on the brakes more. The car definitely wants to rotate a little bit. Heavy on the brakes so you can get turned here. Why it downshifted there. I didn't touch it, but use all the road here. This is where I get nervous. That overhill, you just can't see where you're going, so I'm drawing it too tight there. Let's see if we can pull it back online. Alright, hit the brakes here. Around, touch this cone. Late apexes. The one thing the instructor said was make sure you're hitting these apexes late. Otherwise you're going to set yourself up poorly for the rest of the road. Lifting here, brushing with the brakes. Down a little bit.
It's another thing to lust after. For more on the RS5, you can follow us at Facebook at Motor Authority or on Twitter at The Real MA. I'm Marty Padgett. Thanks for joining us.